Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the point called as performing system maintenance from Linux operating system. Maintenance is an essential activity whenever we are doing work with the system, and it is a major responsibility of system administrator to maintain the system whenever it is required, that in terms of software, in terms of hardware, or something like that. The functions of system administrator regarding the system maintenance are: administrator must keep the system up and running 24/7. This is the essential thing. Second, the latest software updates whenever it is required. Administrator have to update the software. Sometimes administrator has to uh, what you call replace the hardware also if required. System administrator must know the things before maintenance, that what is the problem, how to solve the problem, what plan we should uh, use, what is the backup plan. We have to create a backup plan. We have to make uh, the strategy for the changes, that may be in a small increment or large increment. Testing strategies administrator have to plan. Then communication in a very proper manner to the user. Planning process is an important part, a first part. As we know that Red Hat is a very complex operating system, and it is many files are depend upon each other. So for that sake, it is mandatory that whenever we are maintaining the system, we should have to plan the things in a very proper way. So some things we should remember at the time of planning, that we should have to provide the description of the task first, which we are going to maintain. Then proper documentation is required, whether whether the things which we are going to maintain will not going to affect any other process or any other file. Then we again have to make some backup plan also. We have to plan, so that if the things are not going well, we can back out immediately. So these are the things which we should have to remember. The second thing is the creating a backup plan. It is very important. Suppose we did some maintenance activity, and if that is not working well, so it is mandatory to just revert all the modifications and come back to the original position. To achieve the original position, we need a backup plan. Okay, that is a very essential. Sometimes what happen, we made if we make the changes, and if changes are not properly adopted by the system, it will not work. So we want the original things back. So to how to come to the original point, that is called as a backup plan. So that is one way of rollback, you can also say. And an important part, the backup plan is a decision point. It is a predefined point when you decide to continue with the current process or to implement the backup plan. The next is, if you want to make changes, you make the changes in a very small increment. That is important. You should not make changes in a very big increments. Why? Because if we are just doing the changes in a small increment, it is very easy to just back out for us. It is easier actually to back out a small changes from a small changes than it is to be back out from the big and multiple changes. That is very difficult. It is also easier to plan a series of smaller changes than one large change. If you are doing the changes in small increment, that will be fine, and that will be easy for anybody. Now, whatever the changes we did right up to this stage, now it is a time to develop a test plan for that. So whatever changes you made, that you need to test the changes, that whether changes are appropriately established or not. and are the user or the processes depend on upon the file are doing well or not, if the user or processes still access the file or not, if no make the available changes, does the file do what it is supposed to do. So these are the things we need to think about. So this is called as a developing test plan. After the test plan developed, we have to test each and every modification which we did, and after that we can say the modifications are done in a right way. Thank you.